Welcome back for another episode of Satisfactory. On this episode, we're going to be automating modular engines. And the decision on this one is I've already got the space elevator there. So I went ahead and just did a quick and dirty build to get the adaptive control units since we only needed 100 of those. And instead of making one huge factory trying to get all of that done, it was just quicker and easier just to go ahead, set up some storage containers, belt them into a manufacturer, and pumping them out. They're going out right now. Now, I also have versatile framework already automated right over there. So I went ahead and just grabbed 2,500 of them, dropped them in the space elevator. So now it's time to work on modular engines. Then after that, looks like it's going to be supercomputers, and then probably turbo motors. We still got batteries to do. So bigger projects coming up. I'm looking forward to it. I've got my supply train laid out here, ready to go. Oh, and for all the baddies that are out there, I only grabbed 1,600 rounds. That should get us through for a while. Now the idea is here, I'm going to get on the train, and I've got all of these cars stocked up here with some supplies ready to go. We'll get there. You know, instead of jumping, let's do this. Now the idea is to go ahead, get the modular frames up and running, because one manufacturer will make it one per minute. So it's going to take about 8 hours and 25 minutes to go ahead and have those built. Well, while they are being made, you can go ahead and start on the supercomputers. And by the time the supercomputer factory is up and running, we should have enough of the modular engines, which we need 500 of them, to go ahead and unlock tier 7. Then we can get on to the bigger, badder stuff. Looking forward to that. Now, let's see. I don't know. You know, I've never tried to see if I can pull up a map here while I'm in the train. Yes, I can. Good. While it's going along, the build, if I can find it again. There it is. It's right here. There's our turbo fuel factory, I should say, right in there. The compacted coal is right in here. So, planning on building it right up in this area for the modular engines, because we're going to need quite a lot to come in. And boom, boom, boom. Let's get through here. Oh, I can't bring up the recipe. Well, we'll wait until we get out there to stop, and I'll show you what we got the recipe going for it. Now, this is where the train most likely... Oh, look it, we've got a friend right there. Well, you know what? We can't be rude. Let's arm ourselves. Where are you? There you are. Oh, you know what? We gotta get rid of him. Not get rid of him. We gotta dance with him. Oh, yeah. Okay. I only brought 200 rounds on me. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. So there's our compacted coal right up there. So all this, planning on bringing the rail line up through here. Probably have to redo the sulfur conveyor belts here. Might have to build a bridge using some foundations to get up and over this road so the rail line can come under. And just right up I don't know, maybe if we keep going to the higher elevation and just build one big, huge, giant platform. Uh-oh. I hear you. There you are. Oh. These interruptions. Ooh. Okay. Let's scope this out. You come up here. We got all this nice flat area, and you know what? I think there's some other guys over here, aren't there, in the crash site? Yes, there is. Oh. But wait, we got all this wide open area over here. Where's that? Oh. We just may have found our spot to build in. This might work out really nice. We build out over here in this open area. Oh. Yeah. Build out over this. Ooh, maybe from up there. No. We'll keep it down here. We'll have the rail line come in. And then that way the rail line can keep going through the world. Let's see if we're heading out that direction. Oop, not that one. How about that one? So we're right here. We build out over here in this open area. The rail line can keep going off in this direction. Yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, I think we found our spot. I'm going to go scope out the rest of this down here and see everybody after a bit. Here we go, coming into our first switch here on the rail tracks. Taking us off here into the Modular engine factory. Got that elevated. I like how that turned out. It's really good. Woo! No more clipping on that one. Coming into the station. The station here is just to bring power into this factory. Then laid out a few foundations just to get started. And for the modular engine, we're going to start off, we're just going to go straight down the line and build it that way. Rubber, that's going to be, I'll probably process that over by our oil pickup for the turbo fuel. Smart plating, we'll get that going too. But motors, that's going to be the first one. And so it's going to take rotors and stators, and 2 per minute, so we're looking good there on that. That'll be a fairly easy build. But that's the plan. We've got the room. Modular engines are going to start here. But you know what? I think it's time to get rid of some of this fog. So, we shall do... yes, I'm liking that better. I think I'm going to play without the fog. No more. Let it... oh, yeah. Okay. That's it. No more fog. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's the update for here. Oh, no, it's not. We still got more. Let me pull it out here a little bit. Okay, here we are down here for the modular engines. We have 4 pure iron nodes there, 2 pure copper nodes there, and I did not flag the caterium, but it is right in this area. In fact, you know what? Let's ping it right now, just to give a better visual. Where's caterium? Oh, right there. Caterium, yep, right in there. Tapped into 2 normal nodes there. Now also, probably right over here. Oh my gosh. Oh, there it is. Woo. There it is. There's the oil right there. So I'll probably, I don't know. I might just do a bridge going straight across here, bringing over the oil. Maybe process it right on site. Ooh, that'd be kind of cool. Well, I'll think about that. But then who knows? That's what I might be leaning towards. There it is. Space elevator. We're coming for tier 7 shortly. After looking at some alternate recipes, I've come to the decision we do not need coal. Because one of the alternate recipes is an iron alloy ingot. Takes iron and copper. Well, we have 2 pure nodes. Well, 2 copper, 4 iron, so if need be, 480 copper if I wanted to. It's very, Very tempting. Well, actually, no. We've got 480. That's 960 copper. Oh, I might just have to do a big build on this one. So, I'm doing no number crunching. I'm just going to leave room for expansion. I've got my Caterium set up over there. Coming out. Boop, boop. There's 2 normals. 240, 300, 600. Oh, yeah, 480. Yeah, okay. Well. So what I've decided to go ahead and do, since modular engines are going to take 2 motors per minute, and the only motor recipe that there is the default original, at least here in these assemblers. I haven't looked at anything else. But with those motors, they're going to take 10 rotors per minute. Well, with the constructors, there's only 1 steel pipe recipe. So that's the one I chose, was just the default one. Whoop. So it's going to produce 20 per minute. These guys are going to put out right now 150 total. Right now the numbers are pretty even going into that, just guessing. I'm not crunching numbers on this. I'm literally just going to lay it out and go as I go along. I know people are cringing right now, but I'll see what I can do. I've got the Caterium. I've got a lot of copper and tons of iron to work with. So this build, instead of doing 1 manufacturer, it's growing just a little bit. And I'm not worried about the room, because for expanding all of this, we can go out quite a ways. So that I am not worried about. Oh, there's the sulfur heading on over, going into compacted coal. Yeah, that's the plan. And if need to, I believe there's a Caterium node right over there. It's a pure one. I went and scoped that out, and I was like, oh, that's going to be a pain in the ass to get it over. Yep, there it is right there. So, the plan is, first row, probably foundries. Second row, smelters of iron. Third row, smelters of copper. I'm going to be playing around with this one. Oh, and I even had my light on. But yeah, that's the plan. Laying these guys out and going from there. And just like that, change of plans. Going to go ahead and use up an entire belt, 480 iron per minute and 480 copper per minute, and feed it into 24 foundries. Yeah, that's going to be making 1,200 steel ingots per minute, and I'm going to go from there. Now, the other thing is, too, I don't have any room over here, so I'm going to have to go up to a second floor. But that's okay, because we're going to see how many modular engines per minute we can get. It's going to probably be 30-ish. I don't know. That's what I'm guessing at. But we'll find out later on. But as the sun's going down, it's time to get going on this big build. Yeah! Once again, things have changed. Now, looking at this alternate steel ingot recipe, putting out 60 steel ingots per minute, it requires 40 coal per minute. Now, the thing is, right over here, there's 4 normal coal nodes. I'm going to tap into them and get 960 coal per minute over here. And the iron ingots, we've got tons of iron nearby. So I'm going to go ahead and go for it. Now, I'm going to triple check my math right now. 960 coal per minute, and it's going to require 40 per minute per foundry. That's 24 foundries. We're going back there. Now, the other thing is, too, where is it? With 24 foundries, they're going to require 40 ingots per minute, which is 960 ingots per minute. Now, each smelter puts out 30 ingots per minute, so that's going to be 32 smelters. Ultimately, we will be putting out, 24 foundries, and each one is putting out 60 per minute. That's 1,440 steel ingots per minute. That's what I'm going for. Because if we're going to go big, we're going to go big on this thing. And I said I wanted to get out of my comfort zone, so I am. We're going vertical. Yeah. Looking forward to this build. Oh, once again, this is going to top anything I've ever done so far. We've got the room up there, out here. Yeah, we're going to do this. Oops. Oh, my. And I learned something else new today. Evidently, I have to reset the no fog every time I start. There we go. Here's how far we are now. We've got the coal and the iron coming in. 960 of each one. Haven't even touched the copper or the deuterium. Well, anyways, top floor. 32 smelters. Making iron ingots. Got them all coming out here. Did it again. 8 going into here onto one belt. 8 going on to another. Mirrored it on both sides. Got them both coming in here. Woohoo! And then, just to keep things nice and neat, coming out of here. One going down to this floor of foundries. The other one dropping down to the bottom floor. Now, came up with, just to keep things a little bit symmetrical, 2 into 1 merger, 2 into 1 merger, those 2 mergers into another one, popping out, going into a conveyor lift. Then, coming down, mirroring the same thing with those 4, so a total of 8 foundries, making 60 ingots per minute. Let me double check. Yep. So 480 steel ingots coming out. I haven't hooked them up yet. But then they're going to come down here. Woo! And start making steel pipes. There's going to be 16 constructors making those steel pipes. I'm going to wash, rinse, and repeat it 3 times. There it is. 48 constructors making steel pipe. A total of 960 steel pipe per minute. And the cool thing is, I went ahead and put in these industrial storage containers as buffers. Plus, each one has 2 outlets, so I can split it up wherever I need to. Okay, now, let's check. Production, where's the assembler? We're still working trying to get the motors going. So we're going to need rotors and stators. And rotors are going to take wire. And stators, I believe, were Quickwire. Yep. Okay, well, let's just go and we'll go get us some wire. We've got a copper node over there, so that's what's next. I think I'm going to be doing it either on the second or, yeah, probably the second floor. And then the third floor will be for the Quickwire. And in a blink of an eye, the problem is solved. I had to get no copper. Basically, these guys down here are making Quickwire. The ones up here are making wire. Now, what I did is, and here come some numbers. There's 960 deuterium ore per minute coming in. It's going into 21 smelters making yttrium ingots at a rate of 315 per minute. Then part of it is going straight here into 16 constructors, making Quickwire at a rate, was it 960 Quickwire per minute. Then what I did is I snagged some off of each line. Basically had this set up all the way down. Now, I'll give you the final number for the ingots at the end of the tour. So, peeling off a little bit off of that. Don't worry, I'm not overusing them. This should be. It will be. Not 100% effective, but pretty darn close. Then, the remainder of those ingots are coming up here. And I'm using the yttrium wire alternate recipe here. And they're consuming 120 ingots, producing 960 wire per minute. So what it is out of the 315 yttrium ingots, 192 of them are being used to make Quickwire, 120 are being used to make wire, and it's leaving 3 ingots per minute excess. That's okay in my book. Now, the other thing is, or I should say the next thing is, all right, we've got the pipes all down there in that bottom row over there. Oop, actually one more floor. Wow, I'm not used to being building vertically. Okay, we got pipes below us. We got Quickwire, and we've got wire. That's everything we need to start making rotors and stators. There it is. 24 assemblers making 120 rotors per minute. Have them all set up here. Now, before going downstairs, there's 12 assemblers right there getting ready for motors. Down here, woohoo, are 15 assemblers making 120 stators per minute. I am going to do the same thing right here and put down 12 assemblers making motors. Boy, that's going to be 120 motors per minute. Now, before I head off and start making those assemblers and connecting them up, where is it? Oop! See, I'm getting confused. I gotta go down one more level. Pipes are coming in here on this side. Now, without doing any preliminary number crunching, I overproduced the pipes just a wee bit. But, you know, that's okay. I didn't want anything to be... Well, I knew something was going to have to be the least amount that I could pump out. But everything was working out. So basically those two lines and... yeah, those two lines are not being used for pipes. But that's okay. They're done. They're going to stay there. They're going to do their thing. Now we got to get back up, and I haven't been doing any stairwells. Well, we'll give another vista as I sign off here on this update. And in 2 seconds, this build just got a little bit smaller. I'm only producing enough to make 60 motors per minute, which will handle 30 manufacturers making 30 modular engines per minute. Yeah, I did an epic fail. So, the emotional roller coaster is down, but it's up too because it'll be a quicker build now. So there's 12 assemblers making 60 motors per minute. So that's it. And all of that is supporting it. Except for the steel pipes that are one floor down. But yeah, there's a little bit of stutter now in the game. Especially at this factory. But that's okay. It'll work. After the previous low, now we're going back into the highs again. I tapped into all 4 pure iron nodes over there. And 1 copper node. I haven't used the copper yet, but it's just sitting there waiting to be used. And I'm going to be using it for copper sheets. But wait, getting ahead of myself. And yes, I'm going to clean all this up and hide it, make it look nice and pretty. Now, what I ended up having to do was set up 32 smelters to make copper ingots. How about 32 smelters to make iron ingots? Now the copper ingots, I'm going to have to go ahead and use them on over here. Yeah, that's a good area to do it. Then, with the iron ingots, side note, that 1 pure deuterium node is getting closer to our factory. Oh, that's a preview. You weren't supposed to see that yet. But now, those 960 copper ingots, because I've got 2 lines, they are both going down to the first floor. Woohoo! Now, part of it, where is it? There it is, coming here. I'm going off here into the ceiling, down, over, and it's feeding these last 10 constructors. Why only 10? Well, back over here, since I was overproducing the steel pipes, I went ahead and disconnected these 4 foundries down here and 4 more up there. And so I went ahead and took the iron ingots off of them. Coming around here, coming into this, the one up the stairs, merging, a small homage to the spaghetti gods. Then wrapping it around here and coming in and feeding these first 8 constructors making iron plates. Those iron plates, those 2 lines are coming in. Each line has their own industrial storage buffer. Then they're each coming in here to be merged, going off into those 4 assemblers, making reinforced iron plate using the bolted reinforced iron plate alternate recipe. Then the other line, wherever it is, oh, I lost it. Where'd it go? There it is. Coming in, part of it coming in here, feeding these 20 constructors, making 1,000 screws per minute. Got it divided up into 4, and then 4 into 2. And finally, 1 line wrapping in there, merging, coming in into here to feed this first one and partly the second one. Then the next outlet coming in here, merging and help feeding into that. All that for 60 reinforced iron plates per minute. I really like this recipe. It's working out really good. I have not had to tap into any copper until the next alternate recipe. Then, sniping off of 2 different lines. Yep, two lines. Bringing in some of the remaining iron ingots over to here. There's 24 constructors making screws using the casted screw recipe. Another recipe I really like. This is turning out really nice. Then, temporarily, those are being fed into 3 industrial storage containers. Now, taking the reinforced iron plates and the screws, we will finally get one step closer to making rotors for the smart plating. So we've got the reinforced iron plate taken care of. We're working on the motors right now. Now, the alternate copper rotors, they're going to take copper sheets and screws. The screws are right here. And we're going to be needing 30... No, oh, sorry, 6 assemblers for the rotors. That's why I need 1,200 screws per minute. Yeah, it's overdoing it, but just by a little bit. But I wanted to keep it symmetrical. Then the screws and the copper sheets, which I started laying out here. There's 14 constructors making copper sheets. These copper sheets will then be fed out over here into this direction. Coming out of all of this chaos, we're actually getting closer to automating those modular engines. I'm standing on top of a container filled with motors, one component that we need. The copper sheets are being produced. And they're being combined. Ooh, up here with the screws using an alternate recipe. Yes, the copper rotors. Then the rotors, along with the reinforced iron plate, are coming along here. And they're going to be combined into 30 manufacturers making smart plating. At least that's how it's supposed to work out. I hope it does. Well, we're going to find out here in a second. It's time to fire this thing up. And I located a connection point over here. And we're going to have some synchronized construction going on. There we go. Oh, you know what? I didn't connect the other side. Well, tell you what. Let's get it connected. Boom. To boom. Then we'll go from that power pole to this one. Here it is. Oh, everything's moving. Whoa. I made it really tight here. I had to save on space. Come on, smart bleeding. Oh, how much time do we got? Oh, it's getting there. Oh, another satisfactory moment. Oh. Yes. Okay. I'm going to let this back up a little bit. Make sure that all of them are producing. Oh, just taking a look down the line. Well, anyways, so over here on this side. Uh-oh. Houston, we have a problem. Everything sucked up the resources. Nope, everything's connected. Oh, that's right, because I didn't prime it. Okay, that was a short-lived satisfactory moment. Still, that'll work. I'll let it back up while I'm going to go collect the rubber. Now, the reason I had to make it tight was we got right here on the cliff. Yeah, that's as far as I could go there. Now, the other thing I ran into was our little flying friend. he happened to pop out over here. I don't see him. He had a good time in the other portion of the video. Well, he's out there somewhere. Well, his flight path comes right here, and he pops up. So, oh, I hear him. Here it is. There he is. That's why we didn't see him. He was underneath. Well, thank you for showing yourself on cue. Finally, rubber is taken care of. I did things a little bit differently. Originally, I had talked about going up here into these oil fields, but I haven't played out in this area, so I went ahead and went out here into this upper part. Now, the thing is, right up there is that little bamboo forest with all the bauxite. Eventually, we're going to go for that. But right now, whoop, 3. Ooh, I missed it. I missed a dance partner down there. I'll be back for him. But 3 oil extractors. 1 pure, overclocked at 300 oil per minute, and 2 normals, overclocked at 210 each, for a total of 720 crude oil per minute. Then they're coming down here into this pipe system, and I laid it out a little bit differently. We'll get there. Now with the pipes, I went ahead. Let's try this. The pure one is handling the first 10, producing rubber and heavy oil residue. There's 24 refineries out here. We're producing a grand total of 480 rubber per minute. Since that's the only belts I've got that can handle it, even though I could have done more. And, But anyways, we only needed 450 for the modular engine factory. So 480 is good. I'm okay with it. Then the heavy oil residue is coming down, actually going through the pipes. Oh yeah, it is coming down over here into 12 refineries, making petroleum coke. Uh-oh, why is that backing up? That's not supposed to be backing up. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to look into that. Yeah, I've been letting it run for a little bit, letting everything clear out while I've been building other things. We'll get to it. Now, the petroleum coke, which is producing 1,440 petroleum coke per minute. I have 3 awesome sinks set up, and it's going into a 2 to a 1 and 480 per minute going in. However, with 4 of them, it should handle it without backing up. I'm gonna have to look into that a little bit more. I might have to go 2 per awesome sink, because I don't like it being backed up like that, because I don't want the rubber to back up. All right, made it over here to the storage array. I didn't want everybody to get sick with all the jumping that I was doing over there. So I went ahead and built a storage array. I couldn't help myself, even though this is a small one. There's 115 storage containers here with a total capacity of 552 rubber. What am I going to do with all of that? Hell if I know. I just like building these storage arrays. And this one is one of the smallest ones I've done. Bigger and badder things are coming. Yeah. Okay, so now the 480 rubber per minute. Hey, wait a second. I've killed all of those. There's a carapace I couldn't get to. Okay, I'll look into it. Anyways, the 480 rubber per minute is coming down this belt. And I'm going to be cleaning this up and putting the pillars like every 6. Ooh, a little bit of stutter. I might have to turn the graphics down a little. And, oh, there's the field. Oh yeah, our field of modular engines getting closer. So, all the rubber coming down into here. Have it go ahead and belting right down into here. And I've got it going in. It's going to go straight across there. So we've got everything now. We've got rubber. We have smart plating. And we have motors. we are ready to start the building of the 30 manufacturers. It's time to go ahead and fire up these manufacturers and get those 30 modular engines per minute pumped out. Have them all primed with product inside of them, and all the belts are saturated. So let's go ahead and fire this thing up. Ew, boom. Here we go. Oh, they're whirring up. Yes. Well, while we're waiting for that, because we'll have about 1 minute, I went ahead and made a storage array. There's only 80 containers here, so it'll only hold about, I think it was 192,000 of these things. What am I going to do with that many? I have no idea. Well, I do have a slight idea, but it'll be towards the end of the game. When I've got everything built, going, I'm thinking about just belting everything into awesome sinks and just watch how quickly all these high tier items produce the coupons. Oh, excellent timing. The sun's casting the shadow from our space elevator. How cool. Okay, it's time just to absorb this moment of anticipation. There they are. Oh, they're coming on down. Yes, got all of it. Well, I shouldn't say all of it. These 10 machines are merging onto that belt. These 10 are merging onto that one. And they're mirrored over here. Those 10 are merging onto that one. Then all 3 come in here, hit this, and then go to the back and split again into the 2 sides of the storage array. Almost anticlimactic after all of this building. There you go. 30 modular engines per minute. Excellent. One thing I did learn on this build, I used a lot of concrete on it, and I'm still not done. But I added on 2 more rail cars to the train line. So there's a total of 18. 3 of them now have concrete. I used a little bit more rods than I thought, so I think they're like right there. But yeah, as the builds get bigger, I might add a rail car or 2, or if not, I think I only had to make 2 trips back to get supplies. But, oh, and the other thing is too, I kind of decorated the side a little bit. Started enclosing it all in. But yeah, it was a great build. I enjoyed it. No more shooting from the hip. I spent too many days building and tearing down and organizing and figuring all of this out. Next time, I'm going to do something I've never done before. Go ahead and use graph paper and work the numbers from the end product all the way down to the ore. Look at all those. Love it. So that's what I'm going to do on the next build. Next episode, plan on sending off into the space elevator, because we only need 500 of these, and it's going to take 16 minutes and 40 seconds for it to happen. I'm okay with it, but I'm going to let this run overnight. Just make sure all of the machines that are supporting it are doing what they're supposed to be doing. So I'm kind of nervous, but it is what it is. If need be, I might overclock a machine, underclock it. No, I'm not going to underclock it or overclock it. I'll just let it do its thing. There it is. I love it. It was a great fun. Looking forward to supercomputers. That'll probably be what's next. Turbo motors, nope. I don't know. First of all, let's unlock tier 7 and see what's going to happen next and what we opened up onto. Because I'd like to get the alkyd aluminum sheets going, so that way for the Mark V belts. But, there it is. Once again, thank you for joining me on this journey in Satisfactory. And as always, enjoy life and be safe.